trap fees, gotta have it. Toy trap, toy trap, toy trap, addict. Toy trap, addict. Toy trap, addict. Yeah, trap be slamming. When I crack that package, fresh paint apps got a grown man bragging. Shell gang answer every post in the Matic. One more pre-order and I'm back at it. Raised on hip hop, commas and plastic. Now I chase where heat like a dope boy trapping. Reno on the mic, bring the pressure, bring the static. The plastic crack fiend got collectors acting. Stew in the cup with the facts and the flavor. One drop, one way, got the whole room craving. Call back, cleaning the bubble, too sacred. If it's limited, running my hands gon' take. You can call it obsession, I call it a mission. Stacking on the shelf like a fresh new addiction. Real ones know when the box hit the kitchen. Toy trap on the screen and the clock start twitching. No more, it's a habit. Welcome to the toy trap fiends, gotta have it. Toy trap, toy trap, toy trap, addict.
Sixth element in hip hop. What's up, everybody? Reno the Plastic Crack Fiend here. Welcome to the Toy Trap. We're collecting in a hobby no more. It's a habit. JoeFest gave us a lot to talk about, but there was one figure that made me stop and ask, who are these people? Not how's the articulation, not how many accessories in the box. I wanted to know, who were the Drevarthi? This doesn't look like a random fantasy. It really looks like somebody built this entire culture and built it and an action figure around it. And that's exactly what Savage Crucible has been doing. That's what they specialize in from day one. Every faction has a history. Every character, every weapon has a purpose. Every symbol has a meaning. There's tonight we're going to definitely build behind the plastic crack to find out who the Drevarthi really are, why they cover themselves in ashes of their ancestors, and what the Dead Rift is, and why this figure is one of the smartest examples of lore-driven action figure design we've seen in years. An action figure design, period. It's quite amazing. And yes, once we understand the world that this figure comes from, we'll answer the question that really matters. Now that you got it, was it worth it? Because we went through it to get it. So let's get to it. What's up with the chat piece, everybody? Master Gray Wookie, sir, welcome. We're going to bust it up. Also going to look at this bad boy here. Been waiting on him for a while, boy. But yeah, man. I think one of the biggest reasons that Savage Crucible exploded in popularity recently is because Harbinger Studios didn't start by asking what figures should we make. They started by asking, what's the world we're building and who are we building it for? And then they acted accordingly. And every character belongs somewhere. Every weapon has a purpose. All the cultures and traditions are there. Every kingdom has allies and enemies. There's a full-fledged, nothing feels random. Instead of the releasing, disconnected fantasy figures, Harbinger's building around an original universe, piece by piece, with all the new releases, expanding the world, instead of just like adding another action figure to the shelf, that looks cool, which they do look cool. They do, trust me, but you're buying a chapter in an unfolding story, and there's a graphic novel to follow. It's every bit as dope as any line that we've ever grew up with as kids that had, all the lore already built there for you and part of it, man. So also my homeboys Kaz coming in probably tonight, and Stu Dog possibly. So get ready. But if you have this figure, if you've got this figure, if you're able to get to JoeFest and get this figure, I want to know what y'all think about it. That's really what we're talking about tonight. What do y'all think about it? You've seen the reviews. This is not another figure review. There's been plenty of those, which we are going to take the figure out and look at it and all that good stuff. But we're talking more about the character, more about the company, more about the lore behind it. Now that everyone's seen the figure, now that everyone has it, and we've seen all the reviews. So we do want to know what you're talking about or what you're thinking about it, man. So Drevarthi are one of the oldest surviving civilizations in the world of Savage Crucible. But unlike many of the fantasy cultures that we find, defining themselves through conquest of empire, the Drevarthi define themselves through remembrance. Everything they are begins with their ancestors. The Drevarthi are the dead is not the end of someone's purpose, right? Every generation is responsible for preserving the wisdom, accomplishments, and sacrifices and memories of their fallen comrades, their fallen warriors, their family members, those who came before them, their ancestors, are considered an active part of their society, which kind of guides the living through the tradition, through the ritual and the memory and all that good stuff. And so the belief is most visible in their appearance, which is striking. The pale ash-covered skin immediately stands out. The Drevarthi is not, that's not their natural complexion. It comes from one of the most sacred rituals in their culture, which you can read about here. They cover themselves in the cremated ashes of their ancestors, literally carrying the remains of the previous generations with them as a sign of respect and remembrance and unity. It's a powerful visual that tells you almost everything you need to know about who these people are. A warrior culture. There are people who never forget where they came from. And that philosophy extends way beyond the ceremonial tradition. Their communities are built around honoring the past, protecting their people, ensuring that each generation sort of leaves behind something worthy for the next. And, personal glory means very little, if it doesn't strengthen the legacy of the tribe. It's one of the reasons that the Drevarthi immediately feel different from elves and dwarves and barbarians and other fantasy archetypes that collectors are used to seeing. It's their identity isn't based on familiar fantasy tropes. It's very creative. It's very original. It's very Savage Crucible. It's rooted in a culture with its own beliefs and customs and history, but even a culture, a race that's so deeply connected to their past have to survive in the present. And for the Drevarthi, survival is not guaranteed. Their civilization exists pretty much on the razor's edge of the most dangerous places in all of Savage Crucible. And the name is pretty telling. Call it the Death Rift. Yeah. Nice vacation spot. The Death Rift is civilization ceases there. It is before we can fully understand the Sentinel, you got to understand that nightmare that created the need for the Sentinels in the first place. The Death Rift it's not just a dangerous region. It's actually a scar, a gash in the world. A lot about its origin remains a mystery. Everyone knows the same thing. Nothing good comes out of the rift. The land surrounding it is twisted and hostile, and the closer you get, the greater the danger is, obviously. And so the place, let's say, survival is not measured in strength, but discipline and tactics, right? Vigilance. And it reminds me of the Predator, and I'll tell you why. Generations of the Drevarthi have sort of accepted this responsibility as that as a selfless act. You stand watch over the rift because and they expect no glory. Nobody's gonna know your name, right? But someone has to do it. The Sentinels, they patrol. They patrol the borders. They monitor the activity. They respond whenever creatures emerge from the depths, the insect-like creatures. And the duty, it never truly ends. Others are able to build kingdoms and expand their borders and pursue wealth and build empires and conquer and blah 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 blah. But the Drevarthi remain committed. They have to protect the rest of the world from whatever spews forth from whence it came, from the Death Rift. House of the Fury, what up, man? He said the Savage Crucible figures are looking more like Gwar with each figure they put out. Gwar, the death metal band. Check it out. He's a little Gwarthy. Just a little Guari, little Guari. They're OG characters, but yeah, I love their Frazetta stuff, man. I'm very, very over the moon excited about the Frazetta stuff, the Kubla Khan. Because I wanted a Genghis Khan. I was like, man, I hope they do a Genghis Khan or like a Hannibal Barger, like some other world, outside of the typical European-based fantasy that permeates fantasy. And they're all about that, and that's the dope thing. That's the dope thing. They just released a new line, but everything that came out of JoeFest was wild, bro. This is bananas, but the stuff they showed is incredible as well. But yeah, man, if you're coming in on the replay, bro, we appreciate you. We definitely want to know what you thought about it in the comments. If you got one. See, the thing is, you can't just go kind of buy one. I never get one of those cards. I don't know what the card deal. I thought you got it. I thought there was a card in the thing. I don't know. But you can't just like go buy it at the store. This one here, you had to get it at JoeFest. And you had to like, well, apparently you're supposed to had gotten a ticket off the internet. And so I got mine and wasn't able to make it down there. So my homeboy, casual toy collector, hooked it up, picked it up for me, stood in that line for the homie, man. You know what? This guy, yeah, man, he hooked it up, bro. Shout out to Kaz, man. I appreciate you, bro. Will, and picked him up for me. At the time when we, you know what? It's time y'all look at him. Those of you that found us tonight, Jesus. It's too bright. Ooh, yeah. I see what you mean by the guar with the big pauldrons, but man, that shit is dope. It's not, the thing is guar is a lot based on fantasy and they're just like wild exaggerations in real life. But what am I doing? Hold on. This is I'd say much more proportionate, or at least in all the right places than your average guar get up. So we had no idea what this looked like, by the way, when we bought our tickets and we went and stood in the line at JoeFest. We had no idea what this was going to look like. It just, all we had was a name, Drevarthi Sentinel. We had a name and we had a company. We knew that SAVAGE Crucible was giving us Drevarthi Sentinel. That's all we needed to know. That's all we needed to know. We stood in the line, and I'm telling you, I never, in my wildest dreams, imagined this. For better, for worse, whatever you're going to say, This is inspired. Frank Doom in the house. Sir Doom. Yes, yes. I'm talking about premium yo, that's wild. So I seen this review that this guy did a minute ago on his Drevarthi Sentinel. And when he showed the wrist right here, that's still too bright. When he showed the wrist, there was a seam as if there was a hinge where the wrist could do this, but it didn't move. And he thought that the paint must have filled it in. And I'm telling you, there is no seam on mine. But he showed I saw it. Come on now. I saw it. So if anybody else saw that review, and if you're watching it, there is no seam. There is no joint on that wrist, on that hand. I don't know if was it hidden deep? Like, nah, bro, it's not there. Hold on. I mean, these hands just should pop out. Yeah. Yeah, there's no seam right there. It's on the side. But that works. That works fine. Now he said it was one right here. But yeah, that's wild. You never know. You never know. Like I said, dog, this, let it speak for itself. Literally the only thing that could improve this, and that's just if I was trying to find something, would be a cloth thing. But like, I'm not even that's some people may say. For me, I like the mold. It's cool. He's not gonna, now if he's doing, even if you're trying to do him somewhere where he's, where it doesn't make sense for it to be going straight down, I can see that being a problem. But this is just nerd nitpicking that we do, man. That's not a complaint, not even in the least. So he comes with an amazing loadout. Savage Crucible keeps getting better and better, bro. I'm telling you. As soon as they make one of these figures and his face look like it's made out of raw meat, they'll have me buying the first Savage Crucible figure. I do dig the skull paint on the guy's head. Hold on. You want the face to look like it's made out of raw meat? Explain, sir. You mean like battle damaged? Ooh. Dogs, first of all, immediately Clash of the Titans comes to mind. Perseus. And I'm talking about the classic. Now, not that bullshit. I'm talking about Harry Ham. That's giving me Harry Ham sword vibes, dog. And I grew up with that shit. Harry Ham Clash. But then you come this way and it's got a saber. It's got a saber style blade. So awesome world building. Dagger's gonna probably go right in the back. Well, I don't know. Is that where we're putting it? Yeah, you put it there. I don't know. We'll see. Awesome. Saber's ridiculous. The chipping, like the chipping and the weathering. Like, look at that, dog. You don't get. Come on, guys. First of all, I'm not playing this. No focus crap. Let's get it. People came to see it. Look at that shit. Dog. Not only chips on the edge. I mean, that shit divots out of the middle, dog. That's full on premium detail. That's where I almost said that's where the money's going, dog. But honestly, Savage Crucibles are so reasonably priced for what you're getting. It's in line. Okay, look. You tell me, bud. You're paying 30. You're paying 50. That's a $20 fucking jump all day. Kick rocks. So I'm not hearing it about that. We'll do something here. We'll wedge that in a little good. Slide that right there. It's got his nice saber I don't know what the correct word for that is. It's not sheath because it's not covering the blade. But I bet Rob knows. Shout out to Rob and Nikki and everybody down at Savage Crucible. Incredible team. And they will be here on the Toy Trap on Wednesday the 15th. Mark your calendars, y'all. Owner, founder of Savage Crucible, Rob and Nikki Nicole, designer. And they will be on Wednesday, both of them, here with the trap, chopping it up with you guys. So, you know what I'm saying? I hope you mark that. It'll be about 7 p.m. on Wednesday the 15th. And we're going to learn everything there is to learn about Savage Crucible, dog. And boy, is there a lot to learn. So the head we loved. No, we do love it. We just can't see it. Come on. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Focus Danielson. Focus Danielson. What are we doing? You know what? I just wanted to show the people the face. We love the face. We love the face. But we got to move on. Now this is just blurry as fuck. All right. I mean, it looks like real metal. That's what's great. That's what's so great about it. It's not molded crap. It's not gray metal it's not gray plastic with glitter in it, as you would find in the leading brand. That's what I'm gonna call it, the leading brand. In the leading brand, you will find plastic molded goop. This is glorious deco detailing. There we go. I was too close. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a review channel. I'm not a toy review channel. I'm not a rapper. No, I'm not a toy review channel. I'm a collector like y'all, man, and I'm kicking it. We're talking about. I don't want to move. I don't want to mess nothing up. The horns usually rotate. Yeah. So the horns will come off. You can turn them. You can take them off. You can turn them in different angles, make different characters, whatever you want to do, how you want to do it. I don't know. Go crazy with it. Whatever you want to do. But I just want to get it out the way so I can press down on it. Satisfying click. And let me show you what these pauldrons are really for. Honestly, this is how I think I'm going to have to display them, guys. I think I'm going to have to display them like this. I don't think I'm gonna have a choice. That is too dope. Oh, well, here we go. Appreciate you, bro. Always on the replay crew. Word. From ICP to Guar. Nah, man, this is peak. This is just peak everything. It's peak world building. I don't know. Again, man, I'm here to think. I'm here to find out what y'all think, man. Did y'all get this? Also, my boy Kaz will be here in a minute. I want to talk to him too, because he stood in the line at JoeFest. So we're gonna get that whole experience, because I can't give it to you because I was not able to make it. The belt unsnaps. Everything is ridiculous. Everything is phenomenal. The battle axe, we're not even done. We're not even close. I just hear Conan, man. That was horrible. No, but look at this. Look at this. Either that or He-Man. Epic battle. Epic battle axe. And if you don't want him to hold it in his hand, I already peeped the dope leather strap right there. All decorative, like a nice piece of leather with some weathering. Nice metal spike. And I'm going to assume this is where the axe goes, so don't clown me if that's not what this is. But if it ain't what it is, I'm still using it for such. Nah, I don't think that's what it is. All right. My bad. We'll figure this out, though. Is that what it is? All right. Hold on. You got to. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Axis Peak. And then they have these sort of fantasy made up weapons for their lore. So it seems like there's two sets of holding hands. I wonder if these are supposed to be fists. I got two. Did I get? Yeah, okay. No worries. I ain't mad. See, here's the thing. I generally don't use fists, and I always make a choice and stick with it. Like, I put it on my shelf, I leave it alone. I almost never swapped hands or heads after initial setup. Once I get the design, the style I want, and I set it up, I'm done. Like, I'm gonna set it up on the shelf. It's gonna sit there beautifully, and I'm going on to the next. I don't come back and let me change the hands for week 3 and shit. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. I don't know who does that. Awesome if you do that, though. You know, awesome if you do that. I just don't know how to do it. But this, it gets better and better, guys. Sliding his ass, tell you that. Bloody fingers. So the hands are all bloody. And the reason they have bloody palm prints, right? As I was saying, they cover themselves in the ashes of the fallen. And then they take the blood, put it on each other. And guys, the blood, I don't know if you can see if the camera picks this up. The blood is a gloss red against the matte ash. That is the type of detail, man, that you just don't see in your typical figure for this type of money. Usually you're going overseas and they're not nailing it, as far as I'm concerned. Overseas is way too concerned with like 17 crotch joints. I don't need 18 butterfly joints. I don't need it. What I need is Savage Crucible. That was corny. I like it though. I'm fucking with it. Oh, he's suited and booted, bro. Fitted and kitted. JMC, what up? Bro, my fantasy shelf is getting lovely, bro. It's getting lovely, bro. Yeah, man. Savage every day and Sunday too. His sack floats. Get off that. Like that right there, that's a crazy. There you go. You could chill over here, ball and chain man. And then you got the black and red palette. You know? He makes a perfect he makes a perfect Elric, you know what I mean? He can be from the small tribes, the humans down below Melnibone. Small kingdoms, I mean. The new kingdoms. My bad. Bro. Elric is my favorite shit. Yeah, he is on a DC base. That's kind of lame. I know. It's like wearing an Adidas suit with some Nikes, but I'm gonna get some Savage bases. I don't have any quite yet, but these will work in a pinch. Little collector tip there. One of the only bases that actually fit the Savage peg hole. Oh, bro. All that. I'm all them Great Danes and that armor. Everything at JoeFest. Three things just dropped on Big Bad too. Another snake, another viper guy, dude like with a Medusa looking head deal going. Yeah, man, I had to grab all three of those guys too. Yeah, bone tomahawk cannibals, dog. Bone tomahawk cannibals all day long. My guy mentions bone tomahawk, by the way. They should have called that shit wishbone tomahawk. Make a wish. Make a wish. All right, Stu Dog and Kaz are on the way, texting, saying that they're going to be here in a moment to chop it up with us. Talk to this guy here. Yeah. Drevarthi Sentinel brought to you by Savage Crucible by way of this guy. He brought it for me from JoeFest. I was not able to get there, so I hit him up. I said, listen, man, Listen, man. Savage C. They're doing something, and I need to be a part of it. And I need your help, sir. And he came through like Batman in the clutch. That's not gonna stay, but we're not done. So I've had multiple Savage Crucible figures. Four, but I don't know. I only got one of these out of all. This is my second one, and then so I don't know what happened to the other one. And I think you're supposed to also get a card. So you're supposed to get a card, or at least you'd were with Elric apparently, which mine didn't have a card. But again, this is a company that if I told them this, if I told Rob and Nikki, hey, I didn't get the card, blah, 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 they mail that shit probably the next day, bro. Like that. That's how legit they are, bro. So I'm not even sweating it, and I ain't even gonna say nothing. But I really hope that we get some sort of some metal-looking weapons in this one, and I think this is feeling like a necklace. It's got a chain. I already have the heart, so anything but the heart is absolutely peak. Doesn't feel like a heart, and this is definitely not a sword. All right, let's get into it. That is cool. I hope this is a dope spear of some sort. Oh, bro. Doom. Frank. I got it. This is my most wanted weapon. This is worth everything else. That is next level. You can't tell, but there's like a green sort of energy that permeates through like a ghost blade. You got the skull, pommel. It really is a skull pommel, I promise. That's what card backs are for. All day with the Great Dane, the bears, the animals. I got the Komodo dragons over there too. I got the Komodo. Got the favorite one that I wanted too. That was dope. Let's see those blind bag stuff. No more cards, bud. Okay. That was a thing that I missed out. No worries. Savage Crucible coming out with Scooby Doo before Jada Toys. I'm telling you, man, cards are phased out after Wave 3, and licensed figures will get them moving forward. Nice. So that's what I'm saying. I thought Elric was supposed to have one. I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to have one and it didn't come. I don't know, but we'll see. We will definitely see. Claymore or spear, right. This is it though. Yeah. I know. I was jealous. I'll get dynamite. Hey, shout out the tribe called Quest. Is that one with the color and the light? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Paul Morales, salute. Master Grace that I was going to have to use the black. So I was going to have to. Sorry, let me read this shit. I was going to have the black use the sword, but it was too big. Now I can read. The black, the Valaverse guy with the tentacles that I didn't get, but I really want. We'll be here though. We will be here. We will be there. I don't know. I heard something that I really don't want to like say, but if y'all know what I'm talking about without me saying, then let me know, because I don't know if that's true. I ain't trying to float no rumors, but So that's all I'm gonna say. But this is gorgeous, dog. I mean, and this, you can put it with anybody. That's what's so dope about it. Absolutely rocks with this guy. Personally, I'm a huge fan of fantasy and medieval fantasy and that kind of thing. So that's really where I'm gonna gravitate towards. But Savage with the snake people are just incredible. I mean, the snakehead guys, the vipers and all that, man, just incredible. And if you're wondering about articulation and all that, you've probably seen the reviews, but I've said it before. They've come up with the most ingenious joint system where you don't have to see any ugly hinges. Talk about pinless. These are hingeless. You just see an elbow and everything disappears inside of the forearm or the leg or the bicep, and it's all hidden joint system, which I don't know, who invented it or whatever, but if they didn't invent it, they mastered it. I'm a big fan of no gaps in my figures. I know everyone like Yamaguchi, right? Amazing. I got some Yamaguchi. Really cool looking figures from a certain angle. But if you look at them head on, there's huge gaps in their chest and all this, which it's for to each their own, obviously. Just talking about me. I like something that's immersive. It doesn't take me out of it. So I love how import figures move, but I love how these look. And these really move. And there's another great fantasy company out there that I really, really love their stuff. And there's just a lot of great fantasy companies, but Savage couples the detail with the articulation, and I don't know, it's just a full package. It's kind of like the evolution. It's the evolution. Oh, the blacklight. Yes. Elric did come with a card. I knew it. Is it hidden in the box somewhere, bro? Because I don't see it. I'm like, is it tucked? Is there another back piece? Am I missing it? But I just don't think it's in there. Maybe it is a piece. Oh, it is a piece. There is a piece. Let me take a moment of silence as my ego dies. All right, that's embarrassing. Oh. You're kidding me right now. This whole time, B. If you have Elric and you open the box and you're like, "Where's the card?" It's in there. And I'm sorry, man. I gotta apologize and everything now. And Rob and Nikki and them coming on the show in the 15th, and I gotta apologize for that. Look at that. Elric Lampin. That is peak as the precipice. I'm gonna read this on my own, but I'm quite sure it is the accurate lore of, in my opinion, the greatest fantasy novel ever written. Read it when I was 14. Forgot about it for decades. Didn't forget about it, but you know, you read stuff as you grow up. You know, I read Tolkien too, but I ain't thinking about it all the time. When I read Tolkien, I felt something missing, man. I was like, this is cool, but I still feel like it's a nursery rhyme. And what's with all the frolicking and the flowers and it just, you know, I was looking for Elric, dog, and I ain't even know it. And I needed Moorcock in my life. I needed Michael Moorcock in my life. What? I said the author, Michael Moorcock. You need Moorcock in your life. Trust me. It's all about Michael Moorcock. This man is a genius. Created what we know of as dark fantasy. Hold on, my boy is here. Blam. He's almost here. No, you're not swinging that in the castle. Yeah, that's definitely for the field. That's an outside sword. Behind the inside part. Let's pray for Reno. All right, guys. All right, rub it in. I'm sorry. You guys probably I know. I'm sorry. Even these accessory kit. Oh yeah, I didn't get one of them yet. I didn't get accessory kit yet, and I haven't opened this yet. All right, the gold bag. I really want some coins and some gems too, but these necklaces are insane, man. Nice. You know what's so nice?
What up, man? Shit.
There he is. What up, bro? Cass, you brought me, bro. You know what's so dope about what came in the blind bags? Is that both of these can actually really work with the figure that I bought. So if I was somebody who only bought Savage Crucible, I'd be a happy dude right now. I mean, this is all chilling. That necklace is definitely going on him until I find out exactly what sigil that is, and then, you know, take it off because it probably has nothing to do with him, and then, you know, putting it on the proper guy later. But
that's a real chain.
Oh yeah, no. This is Savage C, bro.
That's
Savage. This Savage C. Yeah. The other one I got was like a heart with like broken, crackling. Yeah. But this is definitely a sigil, and I know you guys know what it is.
Damn, that's nice. Way better than Hasbro with their stagnant chains that they give us.
Yeah. Okay, so there are different cards. There's different Elric cards. Uh-oh. So you got to buy multiple Elrics to collect them all. Yeah, dog. You got Elric on the in-stock sale. He's a great figure. I love it. Oh, did you get? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Did you get? Or what portrait did you get, Jordan? Yeah, I want to see all the cards now. I assumed like a fool.
Frank's gonna send a picture of his cards, so apparently they're different. What up, Master Gray Wookie? And Saint Frank.
Thank you, sir. So yes, once again, man, let me commiseration.
Oh,
you see I'm clean today.
Yeah, so fresh, so clean. What's up, twin?
You know what I'm saying?
What's up,
yeah, man. So Kaz, man, you went and you stood in that line, bro. What was the hype like at Savage at their booth at JoeFest?
Man, I don't think nobody could get to Larry Hama the first, because Savage Crucible was right beside Larry Hama, and people were trying to get to Larry Hama, but the line is tight, and you know, when you in line, nobody want to let nobody else sneak in front of them type shit. So it ain't no 6 foot distance. We're right up on a person in front of us on their back to make sure nobody could.
Yeah, I saw the line online. The line online. It was pretty intense. I was like, man, damn, dog.
Yeah,
I felt bad because I know you were getting it, so I appreciate it, man. As soon
as I came in, I saw the line. I was like, oh, this is the first. I need to get in this line before this shit gone.
Would you get in? Did you get in kind of early enough where you weren't like
I want to say
in there for hours and shit?
so. It was supposed to start at 5 o'clock, but you know they're checking the tickets on the way in, so we really don't get in until 6 o'clock.
Mm.
So like, man, I've always had a problem with that shit. You pay for these early access tickets, but you get in at the same time anybody else would get in because they got to scan.
Yeah, what are you getting early access to? What are they?
It ain't no early access. It's bullshit.
Oh, there's nothing like that. They're like you don't get nothing first. You don't get no.
No, you should. They need to. I don't know how they would go. I mean, because they got to scan to make sure you bought a ticket, but there needs to be a better method in place so they can do it quicker.
Well, they should probably like maybe have their own line that moves faster. Just the people that paid for what or got that, you know what I mean? Like let them through.
Well, it's always some. They have two lines, but they were filtering everybody down to one line. And then they were saying something about they only had one scanner machine and somebody else was doing it on the phone. If you caught the person on the phone, it was super slow. But the regular scan machine, you got in a little bit faster. And then for like the last 3 years, they've had the same. They would give us rubber bands. If you bought the whole weekend, you would get a rubber band so you could kind of get in quicker. But they still got to scan you on day one to get the rubber band. And
yeah.
I had a little joke. This year they switched it up. They went with paper bands because I was on my show cracking jokes. I've got like 10 of the rubber bands that they used for the past 3 years, and I was joking with people. I was like, "Shit, just hit your boy up $20 for the whole weekend. I'll give you a rubber band."
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So they didn't use the rubber bands this year. They went to paper.
That's dope. Stormbringer.
I wonder how many cards they have.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I was wondering how many. Because there's apparently multiple different ones.
So is there a lot of accessories to give you incentive to army build the figure? I guess. Is it enough that you can make 3 or 4 different versions out of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Hang on, guys. I am talking to Savage Crucible right now. Yeah, they're so we're doing this Wednesday. We'll see them Wednesday. Lord. All right. My bad, you guys. That was kind of important. All right. Yes. Absolutely built.
You should have asked them how many cards they have.
Yeah. So Jordan got a card with the green background.
So we know there's 3 of them now between you, Frank, and him.
Right. So there's at least 3. That's dope. But yeah, you got this head, and then you got this head. So you can make one of them the soldier and one of them the captain, and then have a bunch of.
Hey, remember to put on your bulletin or whatever to ask how many cards when they be on Wednesday. Ask them how many cards there is.
Oh yeah. Good idea. We'll definitely find out about that. Yeah. Because you know what, I'll totally forget too.
People might be in shit. Maybe the cards have become collectible. I don't know. All right, is it the same size as a baseball card, or it is? Okay.
No, it's bigger. It's bigger than a normal. Yeah. It's
like
it's a new. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see here. It's like here's a typical Marvel card.
Oh, way bigger.
Yeah, they're huge.
Okay. I wonder if somebody's going to try to collect all the different cards. I'm sure somebody will somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to. I mean, you'll have to buy a ton of Elrics to get them because obviously you buy 5 Elrics don't mean you're gonna get 5 different cards. It's kind of like a blind bag thing.
Yeah.
Which I love the blind bag aspect, the blind box, and like I said, the Komodo, which you can see right there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the box anyway. The guys.
Hey, imagine buying the whole figure though, trying to get the cards. They should have made it where you could see the card through the box, maybe.
Bro,
imagine paying $50 for a figure and you just want the card to make the card set.
Well, all this time I've had this Elric, bro. I thought that I just didn't get a card because it's not in here.
Where was it?
Underneath this backing flap.
Oh,
There's like it's like a 2-layered box, but it's not obvious because there's no seam on this side. There's only a seam like over here.
Right.
So, and then on this side, when you see that seam, you know it's the door. So there's no seam here. So my detective skills go, okay, no door. This is nothing. It's just packaging. So I didn't even think about it. But awesomely, they hid that in there. And the reason that I love that is because finding it now is so much cooler than if I had known it was there and found it then. Finding that right now tonight was so much cooler. Such a better treasure find.
Right.
You know
but
I mean?
if you was a box burner, you'd be mad right now. You'd be like, damn.
Hey, listen, even if I was a box burner, I don't think I could ever burn this. I don't think a box burner is even burning their Elric. But I don't know, you know, some people do. But Stormbringer. The concepts from Elric, guys, are like permeated throughout fantasy and comics and all kinds of stuff ever since. I mean, multiverse, Venom, the black suit, the symbiote, it's Stormbringer. Like, it gives him power, but it manipulates him and shit, and it's got its own personality, and it talks and shit. It's legit. It's dope. But it just like it says on the box. Bound to chaos and driven by conscience, Elric wields Stormbringer, the soul-drinking blade. It grants him life, shapes the fate of worlds, and seals his inevitable ruin. But yeah. I mean, it tells you right here, guys. So I was like, oh man, so there's a card and a blind bag, and I got everything, but not the card. And I thought it was just a glitch, and I didn't even care. Like, that's how dope Elric is. I didn't even care, but getting it now, so
man, cool. I got one of them snake dudes, and I wonder if I done burned some collectible card or some shit, man.
Oh yeah, like, well, there's at least 2 things. You know, you got these out of there, right?
The snake? No, I got the snake. That mine was last year's JoeFest, I think it was. It was like a rattlesnake looking guy.
Yeah. They
red. He had like a blue chest, red head, kind of like Rattler from He-Man. That's why I picked it up. It felt like a Rattler from He-Man kind of vibe.
So this is what I got with Elric. This sort of, I call it a Klingon. It's just like a sci-fi sort of weapon, cool, made up fantasy weapon. Yeah,
Halo shit.
Yeah. Some ogre or orc would have, or a goblin or something. It's cool. And then the other one, the first, that was Elric, and that's him. The first 2 though, Ball and Chain and Nashorn, I got like these clear blade weapons, where I guess they're supposed to be like the gems that the dwarves mined and they made weapons out of and stuff. Which they're it's a dope concept. They're really awesome. It's just that I couldn't use them with, you know, these specific characters because they're more of like traditional fantasy, but they're definitely on deck for some, you know, sci-fi Savage Crucible characters when they come in. I always check behind the plastic with Savage figures. Always. Oh yeah. Bro, listen, you can't see. If I turn the camera that way, the room is equally that big, maybe even bigger that direction. And it's mostly boxes, shelves of boxes, empty boxes, by the way, because the figures are all right here. That's how crazy I am. With the blind bag did you get with Elric? Yeah. Always seeing people's pulls from the blind bags. I love it. It's great. Got that on mine. Yeah. Drevarthi Sentinel, dog. Come here. Again, this is not a review. Cinematic lighting is intended. Yeah. Everybody loved it. Everybody's loved it. I haven't seen or heard anybody complain about this figure in any meaningful way.
I think I got 1 or 2 Savage Crucibles, man. I ain't got no complaint with them either.
Yeah,
they're better painted than Hasbro does, and just as articulated or better.
Yeah, and you know, the only thing that kept me away from it for a while is I was stuck on the nostalgia of the whole hobby, and really that was all I was in it for. Everything behind me is either Hasbro or, you know, like a Mafex Marvel or something like that, but something Marvel, something G.I. Joe, something unknown IP from my childhood. And I just didn't understand the appeal of collecting a figure that I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, and isn't it the new story? Yeah, you gotta learn about a new character.
But now, yeah, I mean, that's just, that was just my ignorance. But now, having evolved in my collecting, I see the huge, I mean, Bill, when you start getting these, I started canceling pre-orders, bro. I went to Big Bad, I went to Entertainment, Hasbro Pro. I started canceling Hasbro shit because it doesn't stand up anymore, and I feel ignorant buying it. Like, not everything. I'm still buying a gang of Hasbro, but certain stuff that now I'm just looking at it like,
I get the gesture. Nope. I understand what you mean.
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm ordering other stuff. And not just Savage Crucible, the other guys too, the other leading fantasy indie guy brand that we all love as well. They are awesome as well. And I have so far only one of those, a really cool Charon the Boatman death looking dude. And so I have a bunch of those on the way, and got a bunch of the old Big Bad Workshop Monster Force. Well, I didn't get a bunch. I guess got like 3, the ones that they just put out on Big Bad. Those would be my first Monster Force figures. I still don't have a Valaverse. I want to get the black. Valaverse was my biggest holdout because I really didn't understand the appeal of just unnamed army guy. But again, that was pre-evolution. But now I get it, man. And not only that, now Bobby's doing more like lore based, like creative, like world building type figures and characters that aren't just, operators. There's more sci-fi type looking, fantasy dudes.
Yeah, shit. Absolutely. I salute them. Anybody just bringing competition, that's can't let them have a monopoly.
Oh man, I really need to get some Savage bases though.
Yeah, that shit's tough though, man. I was surprised about the price.
Only like $50?
Yeah, I was like $50. Okay. I was like, all right. I really was expecting 80. I thought dude was gonna be like 80.
Yeah.
He showed it to me. I was like, shit. Then he said 50. I was like, oh, okay.
It's not having a problem standing. I'm trying to balance it on this box. There he is.
That's tough, man. I get God of War feels from him, kind of.
Yes. Yes. I can't wait to put a black light on this. I got one in the other room. All that green glows. You know, you see the stuff in the blades?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Fine touches. Okay.
Yeah, dog. And then there's a skull with green eyes, like green glowing teeth and shit.
Nice.
And this was the blind bag. This is not from that character. This just came in the blind bag. So that's
nice touch.
Very nice touch. Very nice touch. Where's my necklace? Here it is. And this one's cool because the other necklace that I got.
Is the necklace metal or plastic? Or the links metal or plastic? Metal? Okay. Shit.
Metal. And I got two different ones now. The first one I got is this sort of heart with the broken heart shit. And then it's got like a black, like, you know, I don't know if you know, like hematite, like a hematite chain. And then this heart one, or then the red one has like a rusty gold chain. But they're metal.
That's nice.
Hey man, little extra, little world building. But what these are is they're not just random designs. These are like actually the sigils and like the house, the logos of like certain clans and shit like that in the Savage lore. And this heart's dope. It actually has like a blade that comes out as the point at the tip. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I wonder why Hasbro won't have little metal chains and shit. Like you can go to Walmart and buy a big roll of a little decorative chain or whatever you want, or whatever you call it, like that, and cut it down and 3D print your own charms. I made a casual one and a flex god shit for Bruce's, but I can't remember where it was in a load. Like I changed up the way my shit was posed, and I can't remember where I put it. I still got the files. I just don't have one, one right on hand to show. But you can make your own charms. I painted it with a Maltov chrome marker.
You got the necklace on.
Yeah, that shit's tight.
And it matches. It goes with the figure. The figure has gold. All the metal is gold, so that matches the chain, and then obviously the red matches the charm. I know that's not supposed to be the sigil or whatever for his house, but until I get enough figures where lore matters, that's definitely rocking on this guy. This guy. What that is?
People begging for their lives. He's got blood hand marks.
Yeah.
They're on their knees, bro. Please.
Yeah. Now they coat themselves in the ashes of the burnt ashes of their fallen, comrades and fellow ancestors and warriors and stuff, family and all that. And they coat themselves in ash, and then the whole like tribe puts their hands in the blood of the at the funeral, and then they put the handprints on each other and shit.
Ah, that's what the story is. Okay.
Yeah. That's how Savage broke it down. Nah, it's not going in the bag.
I thought he was so badass. People were just begging for their lives with bloody hands, and he was letting them.
Word, just grabbing on him and shit.
He knows it.
Oh. So I really been waiting for this guy too.
Who we got here?
Lord Starkiller. Darth Vader's apprentice from the Force Unleashed in all his armor.
Damn, why you got 6 lightsabers?
Oh, he collected these from the Siths that he killed.
Oh, wow.
And they hang on his belt.
Let me guess. If you have the action figure of the Sith that he killed, that lightsaber is going to be the best representation of the one that was in the media. Let me guess. Hasbro.
No, these are really detailed hilts. Like all these hilts are definitely recognizable as the characters that they belong to.
Yeah, so people be buying this to put the sword back in the hands of the character. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Replacement.
This motherfucker came with 6 lightsabers.
All right, and then there's a little ring on the edge of him, and then they hang around his belt, so he has them all hanging around.
Well,
hang on 1 second. There's something wrong with my air conditioner. It's not.
Oh, handle that. Tend to that, sir. That's important. It's too hot. There's a heat wave going across the country. So it's my job to entertain you guys until he figures out how to get the AC running, which went very quickly.
I'm taking that Scully off my head. That's what I'm doing.
What you got? Window units or central AC?
Oh, fuck. It's a window unit up here in this office.
Yeah, that's all I got throughout the house. They're cheaper, man. It's more efficient. Really, in my opinion, you get.
Bro, usually it's too cold to be able to stand it in here. Like usually I have to keep turning it off every few minutes because it just gets so crazy, so cold. But right now it is not getting cold. It is not cooling down for shit.
You gotta clean. Hey, you know, there's a filter on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, clean that every 30 days. Clean that, especially when you're smoking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Which, you know what? I'm about to take the filter off for the rest of this show.
Two of the sabers are his, and he collected the other 4. Oh yeah.
It's not that bad though.
No. No, you're straight.
Yeah.
You're straight.
See. Bugging. Hold on. Fresh Monkey Fiction. Oh, wow. I wasted a lot of time. Hold on. Oh, yeah. The Cthulhu. Also he reminds me of he reminds me more of Mind Flayer from Dungeons and Dragons. Baldur's Gate 3 and all that. The purple dude with the tentacles on his face. And there's this big throne that they gave a 3D print like designs that you can download for free from their site. And the throne is all like tentacles and shit, made of like giant tentacles and shit. For the abyssal harbinger of the abyss, the abyssal throne. Honestly, Savage Crucible got me back into figures. I bought massive amounts of larger sideshow collectibles pieces, and that got too expensive. Yeah, Savage Crucible was at a good price and at a good pace. Really, really, really decent pace for just coming out, bro. And Death Dealer about to change the game again, dog. I think Death Dealer is gonna. I almost said it. I don't know, dog. He might. And I love Elric, dog. Like as a character, just so if Death Dealer's better than Elric, he's really gonna be better than Elric. Because I also am a huge Frank Frazetta fan. Because just like Michael Moorcock defined dark fantasy in literature, Frazetta defined what dark fantasy looked like, or in my opinion. and growing up in the 80s with Conan, learning about Robert E. Howard. I saw someone review this, and I don't know, like what. Hold on, where's the hand at? I guess they just didn't know who the character was, or so, I don't know. Like this, and maybe it's not about the character to me. It's this design, though. This design, and I will say, Black Series articulation is on a level of absurdity that I don't get how you're still doing this. But here we are. Trying to fix the cloth deal. It's gotta put some bends in it so it's short enough to reach the feet, or so the feet can stick out, which is dope. That they're long, so long that you have to work some wrinkles into them so he can stand up. They are wire, obviously, and it's a nice, very nice thin threaded fabric so that it gives you good folds and bends. But the figure itself, I mean, the design. I'm sorry, dude. The design of the character is like, I think, one of the coolest Star Wars designs, period.
Got Freddy Krueger going on.
Yeah. This little wire going around. But these old school single jointed elbows, you know, no bicep swivel whatsoever. No bicep swivel whatsoever. No butterfly joint whatsoever. But he's got this cool, again, it's a really great design. It's just like ponytail thing hanging out.
Is this the first time for the figure?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll do all the shit you talking about next year. On next year.
Well, Black Series, I don't know. I guess they stopped doing articulation. There's no sort of ab crunch. There's no sort of ab crunch. All single jointed, knees. No thigh swivels. No bicep swivel. So,
Yeah.
like these are more. Dare I say it? These are getting close. These are edging remarkably close to a DC core figure at this point. You have wire, and you do have ankle pivots, but like this is just
Damn.
It's a baby's toy. But it's still, I love the character, and he's gonna look great next to all my other Sith because I collect all the Sith. I have every Sith from Black Series.
It's the only option at the moment.
Yeah, it's the only way to get this character. But this character is just really. I mean, it's the design rather of the character suit. Because you rarely, like, you have to get pretty far in the game to get all this shit on. But normally he just looks like Sam Whittier. But yeah, these lightsabers are dope. He'll hold that one, and then he'll have these other ones hanging from his belt.
Are they individually sleeved? It looked like there was some plastic on it. Oh, never mind. All right. Never mind.
They just had 2 pieces of tape over them.
I got you. Okay.
Slotted in the clam there.
Damn. So they were all the same color. You can't get no reds and blues and greens.
Well, he only kills Sith, and Sith only use red. So there's that.
We need a guy that was collecting other swords.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you want Jedi blades, you gotta go elsewhere. But yeah, Vader wanted to make him his apprentice, but he wouldn't do it. But this is he stands up pretty well. That's pretty cool. Like, he's got no problem standing up with these
wire capes.
Yeah. Wire capes, yeah, wire skirt deals. But yeah, he's a great looking Black Series is what I will say. He's a great looking Black Series. That's about it.
Great Wookie said it's reuse of Vader's upper arms and legs. And House Fury says, wait, he has scissor hands?
Yeah, man.
And Frank said Kenner style.
Yeah, Kenner style.
And where does he make his introduction into the scenario? Is this a movie appearance, TV appearance?
No, this is a video game called The Force Unleashed. So this is Gamerverse. His ring finger is always, for some reason, doesn't have the blade on it. I don't know why. Just his other fingers, but looks awesome in the game when you're running around. This was my favorite skin to get, but I would have to, like, I don't know. You had to do something wild in the game or use some cheat code or some shit. I think
maybe he cut his wedding finger off to be symbolic.
Who knows? Sounds plausible.
I don't have.
Oh, and thank you, sir.
Oh, yep, for sure, man, for sure. Do you have him?
I do not.
I'm still fill in the blank. He's decent, man.
No, Ricardo's great, and what I do is I do like my own custom, like, Night Force kind of team. Like customize and kit bash and make Night Force, my own Night Force. So I'm not a fan of, like, the animal print guys. So his pants will probably get painted over the stripes like a green, and then I'll make him one of my Night Force dudes because he's got the all black shirt, hat.
The Australian hat, dope, man.
He's awesome, dude. I love this figure, and he came with a great one of the better backpacks.
That's a knife. That's
right. Great knife, great weapons, great backpack, cool wrappings around the gun. This is when Classified still cared. You stopped caring. Where's my So at this point in the show, guys, the room's cooling down a little bit.
Raw, what up, man? Raw said he was grilling.
Raw Tizzy in the hizzy.
Yo, what up?
Wagwan.
Y'all was wilding out, y'all. What up, guys? What's going on?
Oh shit. What's up?
Yo, have y'all ever grilled in a storm before?
Hell yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's not
I mean, trees and limbs and everything flying around you while you grilling.
You're taking it too far now. I can't.
I did that
I
just
grew
a
up
moment ago.
I spent my adolescence in Florida, so I spent many a year dealing with a hurricane.
Yeah.
We do all kind of shit in a hurricane.
He said he ain't losing them burgers.
I was grilling steaks and chicken.
Okay.
And ribs, beef ribs.
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't let that flame go out, man. Nah.
He in there smacking now. He said, "No,
yeah, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm eating on the cast, but hey,
it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
And coincidentally, the neighbor across the street, the other neighbor, not the neighbor I don't like, but another neighbor, a tree fell on a car. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy out here.
Just missed him.
Yeah.
Wrong target.
You know?
Damn.
Yo, I got your package. The repackage.
Yep.
I got it, bro. I'm gonna rock your shirt on the podcast tonight for you.
You should do an unboxing out on the road across the street for your neighbor.
Yeah, right. Fuck it. Yeah, I might just do that. Fuck it.
He gonna be confused. He gonna be like, "How the fuck? How did he get?"
Yo, this is the package that I didn't get in the middle of the storm too.
Hey, Raw. He gonna be tuning in tonight with the T-shirt on. Like he done become a fan because he got a free T-shirt. He gonna be watching with the T-shirt, talking about how the fuck I got them shits. How does this happen? Did he break it out? What's going on?
Yeah, because they did lie. Because my name is on the package.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's all good. We got it to work. That's what's up. We got that shit to work. Fuck your neighbor.
Ooh. Look at the throne for fucking Drevarthi Sentinel. No, that's Drevarthi.
Oh, okay.
You ain't seen Drevarthi yet, bro?
Drevarthi Studios has Elric's throne, and this is the Gobo throne.
No, yeah, this throne is for this guy here.
Oh, goddamn!
I'm showing you. At least that's what I'm gonna. That's how I'm gonna do it.
That dude looks ruthless.
Nah, he ruthless, dog. And that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have him and this bad boy right there. But watch what I do with Elric though. We about to have a boy.
That price ain't shit either. Look, I mean,
bro, Cass, look at the Cass. You remember what I told you when Elric came out?
Yeah.
I said, get the throne going. I said, get you a ruby throne. Here it is. You know, this is all you need right here. Oh, that one's got frost on it.
Oh, damn.
So the defrosted one and the frosted one. Oh, you know I got to get the frosty one. Elric in the frosty.
Uh-oh.
Let me say. Woo. Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you for hooking me up with this site right here. Because here's the wall that sits behind it. And let me find out they got a frosty one.
Ooh, I did something like that, kind of. I mean, I could. It's no problem.
Let me find out they got a frosty one.
That's just easy, man. You can hit.
It's so easy, Kaz. This is all we need, bro. I need that. I need a wall like this. And I need a throne, and here's why. Because you put it together like this. You put the throne in front of the walls. But here's why I'm acting like a little girl.
Damn, that's tight.
Here's why I'm acting giddy.
Okay.
If you rock with Elric, bro, you know the Ruby Throne is it. And I'll tell you something else. Everything that George R.R. Martin, and I do mean everything that George R.R. Martin put in Game of Thrones that wasn't basic medieval military, medieval shit. Because what George R.R. Martin did is he took Elric of Melniboné, the book written by Michael Moorcock about Elric, and he turned it into a more realistic medieval world, less fantasy-ish, still almost verbatim, up into the actual the throne, the throne, the Iron Throne.
That shit look wow.
If you ever
Love the
seen the
art.
Iron,
The
if
art
you've
is
ever,
tough.
bro, and if you ever seen the Iron Throne, not the one that's in the movie, the real Iron Throne as described in the book, it is this huge. That's Elric sitting there, that little tiny guy at the top. You see, it's like steps up, and that's how huge it is, and that's all swords in Game of Thrones. And he got it from this is the Ruby Throne. He just changed rubies to swords. He did a lot of things like that. This particular graphic novel, though, is more than likely where Rob from Savage got the design ideas of Elric, which not necessarily, I mean, could have easily gotten it from the book, but it looks just like this novel, this graphic novel. And obviously, this is much newer than the original novel is written in the early 70s, late 60s, technically, published in the early 70s. And then, but the guy that wrote it all, Michael Moorcock, he wrote this forward in this graphic novel and basically said, in a nutshell, this is perhaps the first graphic version of Elric to fully capture the sense of utter decadence I tried to convey in the books. And like, as far as the way he described him looking and stuff, because there's been multiple Elric comic books in the past, and none of them really looked like the books to me until I got this one. So if y'all read Elric, which I suggest you read the book first before you read the comics, this comic, just because it changes a lot. Which one thing Michael Moore says in that forward is all the changes in this graphic novel are changes I would have made had I thought of them, which is like a great compliment, but it's also like, really? But I get what he meant. So, but it is a lot different. It is a lot different, but in a cool way. It's just, I feel it's better if you get the book experience first. That makes this so much better. Like when I opened this graphic novel and I started seeing the images and I was like, that's what I imagined.
Okay.
Versus the shit they gave us in like the Marvel and like the cheaper or in like the older comics, which was like just like they made up their own designs and shit. Way behind because I go off on tangents. Yes. Hey man, always appreciate you, bro. I know, dog. I know. So thirsty, dog. It's so hot, bro.
Yeah, man. Oh. Yeah.
We twins.
Yeah.
Raw, you got yours?
Yeah, he said he got it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, man. I feel left out, but
You got the raw.
You good? You ain't got to. You ain't got to. You good?
Yeah, let me finish this steak though, man. This is
right. Yeah.
Steak busting.
Almost died for this shit.
Battling lightning and shit.
Yeah, dodging lightning strikes and trees and shit, man. Shit. All right, I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right. Drevarthi Sentinel.
That shit's sick, man. $50 too.
$50, y'all.
It was then. I don't know what y'all paying now. But it was $50.
And it's all meaningful, man. Once you understand what the Sentinels are defending against.
Did he have a limit on them? Did he have a limit on how many you could buy?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. They do put limits on some stuff. Well, was it them? No, that was the ML guys. ML put some limits on some stuff on their site, but I assume there's a limit of 1 or 2 on Savage Crucible. I think I just don't remember, but yeah, it says on the website, but I don't know. But this one, all I know is you had to get a ticket, and then you were supposed to bring the ticket to the con and present the ticket. But I think maybe some people didn't show up that got tickets, and so they had a couple extras. And so if you did show up at the con and you didn't have a ticket, they actually still looked out and sold you the figure. From what I was told by a very reliable source.
Well, somebody in front of me didn't have a ticket, so I know that's true.
I think you were the one that told me.
I was like, kind of like, damn. So I should have been in front of you, huh? Oh.
Yeah, nah, I'm just kidding. You were the one that told me that. Yeah.
But shit, I feel it. Get that money. I know they came with extra because in case something happens, in case somebody goes.
Yeah, they came with extra. Plus, like I said, you know, obviously some people got those tickets and didn't show up because it was free to get the ticket. Like you didn't have to pay yet. You didn't have to pay till you came. So I'm sure a bunch of people downloaded the ticket and didn't go to JoeFest. So they definitely had extras than what they counted to need. I don't think he's going. I think it'll be a while before they put him up. Maybe not a long while, but if he's not up by the 15th, when Nikki and Rob are here, we will ask them when he's going up, and we'll find out. But yeah, everything is dope. Every scar, every piece of armor, every weathered surface, all the detail and everything is part of the lore. You know, one of the things I think Harbinger Studio does exceptionally well is making sure that the lore doesn't stop on the page. It carries over into the figure. You know, that's the first thing that grabs your attention is the ashen appearance and the bloody handprints. You know, and that's, you know, looks. It seems at first, oh, that's an interesting paint, you know, choice, cool. But once you know the lore and you realize that it's not their skin color and that it's representing one of the most sacred traditions of the Drevarthi and the practice of covering themselves in the ashes of their ancestors, and then suddenly the paint isn't just decoration, it's storytelling, and the bloody handprints, they're actually glossy and they have a bit of a deepness to them when you look at them, and the camera is definitely not picking that up, but in person they almost have a wet, almost transparent translucentness to part of it. Just looks like blood is what I'm telling you. The armor follows that same philosophy, you know, rather than like a polished, you know, ceremonial bright equipment that you would see like on most action figures. They're already giving you layers of worn wear and tear, battle damage. Like you could tell this dude's been alive, and that's something that's dope, you know, because often when you get these figures, you see the imagery, the photography, the graphic, you know, and then when you get the figure, it's like so plain and it just doesn't feel like the picture. But this is all it, you know. It's definitely feels like the art. It looks like the art, you know. And the weathering and shit definitely helps tell that story and all that. It's just great world building at its best. You know, first thing you notice is not the size of the figure or the accessories, it's the presence. As soon as you open that joint up, it just, you know, it's got a story, you know, before you start looking at it, before you start putting on different head swaps, you know right away this dude, there's something behind that.
He's got a fucked up past.
Word. Focus.
Damn. Oh wow.
Yeah. Great head sculpt, great paint job.
He's seen a few things.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Forget about it. Dare this be my favorite figure from Savage C, even though my beloved Elric is so peak. I think that they stand well next to each other. I think we jumped the gun when we said figure of the year because we didn't see what else they had coming this year. But it's a contender, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that shit was nice. Both of them, so I lean more one on the one on the left looks more expensive.
This one?
Yeah, he looked like he got a lot more armor.
Yeah, bro. And this is all dope.
He got the end of the world trumpet.
Or the horn of
oh shit. What
Word.
the fuck? Somebody blew a horn. What's in the bag? Little potions and shit.
Yeah, it's actually
Chicken leg, a chicken leg in case he get hungry.
That's his get right, bro. That's his get right. He start having withdrawals and shit if he don't hit his potions.
He
gets
right.
weak.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, he gets all weak and shit, and then he has to hit his potions. Which I guess
this guy don't need no potions.
Nah, he's the opposite of Elric. Is physically weak looking, but you know he's the most powerful sorcerer, and he's the emperor. And Elric is super powerful, but he just looks weak physically. And then of course he has that dependence because Michael Moorcock wrote him to have quote unquote diseased blood, and I don't really recall like I was a teenager. I really don't recall if it was like something he got a habit formed, or if it was just like something. I believe, from my recollection, it was a birth defect, something wrong with his blood, and he's albino. Yeah, like he's not physically healthy and shit, but like spiritually, he's like unmatched and shit. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's quite the joint, quite the figure. Waiting on Raw Talk to come in here, but
back in effect like that. Hold on for a second. Let me put everything in perspective over here.
Yeah, this is incredible right here. I can't wait to get this.
Bobby was raving about Elric.
Who?
Bobby.
Man, he anything that's not his, he's gonna critique because he's trying to sell his product.
Yeah, but he's raving about it. Elric.
He's loving it. Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this toy trap couch.
Oh shit.
Trap house couch.
Trap house.
They got
a clean one. They got a clean one and
busted.
The turtles done pissed all over that one.
All type of shit.
Yeah.
Stabbing it and shit with his Leo and shit, stabbing it with the sword. Oh no, my bad. That's Raph with the side, the little poke holes.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
That's Leo on the side right there. That slice.
He's like, God damn it,
Or
stabbing the couch.
Oh, I love this shit, man. This diorama stuff is crazy.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope.
Hell yeah.
A lot of artistry, man.
Yeah.
World building. You don't necessarily have to wait on the major companies to world build. You can do it through these guys. They got it. Buy it. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck? What?
You put the trouble bubble in it, and you put the jets up on the back here.
That's crazy work. See?
Wow.
Accessorize the accessories. Yo,
I wonder what. I'm surprised.
Porta potty. Really? I'll sit on top of the porta. Oh, that shit look crazy right there. Oh, Duarte, yeah.
You know who that is? You can tell that's Yojo Jerk.
Limited quantities, but before we go over the event, what and they do light up. He did a great job.
The sofa has roaches, Thorin.
And last up, we got the back of the chopper version for your normal trouble bubble. I will play the footage right here, and even the colors here on the regular.
I like the concept, but I don't like the way the body looks.
Yeah, the body looks more chiseled than organic, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine nonetheless.
Hold on, y'all can't
like
hear
something that belongs in RoboCop more so than G.I. Joe.
It looks real simple to me. Yeah, flying tractor.
It's real basic. It's real basic. It's definitely looking like.
But hey, yo, I'm saying stuff like that pops off though. It's
get that bitch in green and put a John Deere sticker on it.
Shit.
Just lucky enough to get the variant. So basically you're gonna need one trouble bubble. You're gonna take off the gun. Comes off no problem. You're gonna basically pop these off as well. You're gonna get your sled right here, and you see those grooves right there? You're gonna basically just line them up with the trouble bubble, and you just slide it in, and then you push it over and it locks in. So
that's
your
fucking genius.
is now in there with no problems. It isn't going anywhere. And even like this, it's really cool. Like we could just put the jet back on, and that could just be its own vehicle by itself. Little speed sled action right there. So next you want to put in the rotors, and you just line them up, no problem like that. And they all just boop in freely. All right, now that you got your rotors in, you want to grab your little jetpack right here, and you see those ports, they just marry in, no problem. So you just push that in, and now you have your engines. So right down here you got your 3 pegs that mimic this little engine, and you're gonna grab your pod, and basically they just marry together, and then you just clip them in, and there you go. You got your full crash going there. Now Duarte, being amazing and all, he fucking made a home for the little mine on the bottom, so it plugs right in, and you got it right there. All right, now here comes the fun part. Duarte really thought this thing out, so basically these little wings right here, right over here, he made this little slot so these can come out, and it allows you to put pieces of your HasLab Dragonfly on there. We're talking the missiles as well, so I'll show you that in a second. And then he also developed a clip that will hold all your Rattler missiles and effects as well, and I'm gonna run through this for you. So first up, you could take your missile pod from the Dragonfly, and then it slides right into that slot, no problem. And then you could slot it right back into your crash kit. So now you have this giant missile pod. You can also put that multi-fucking missile pod. This is what I keep on mine. This looks fucking amazing. Here she is with the triple missile rack from the Rattler. Here you have the canister missile with effect. The cluster bomb, another giant freaking missile from the Rattler. And here we have it with the HasLab missile effect. And if you have a Vanguard, the Vanguard missiles fit right down in here in this bay. So you can just fit them in. They look really nice. Also, the missile effects fit in both ends as well. And for a size comparison, here it is with the Dragonfly, and it's no slouch compared to it. And here we have them with the Cobra Claw and with the Sting. And that's my quick look at the crash kit. I gotta say, this thing is awesome. All the colors match. I love the Python Patrol theme, so for me,
that's so fucking dope.
That's just pretty crazy though. That's just pretty dope.
Yo, it's fucking dope. I
All the-
can't shit on it.
I love all the thought into it. I just don't like the way the body looks. The front.
I don't like the front here. I would change the front. Yeah,
Something about it just throws me off.
because it's too like the track. It looks like a tractor, like you said. It's that grill, man. It's that square front.
That's tough.
Maybe
though.
it's that way because when you print, I mean, you can't get the oval. You will have to do a lot of sanding, I believe, because you'll have the ridges, and then you will have to sand it a little bit.
It might be harder to do a rounded version.
Wouldn't that be Cass? Like you would have to sand it down a little bit to get a organic roundness.
It's definitely easier to print plates and put it together.
Yeah. You would like it coming to that. Not necessarily. Not really. No. I mean, to take the lines out of it, you got to apply it. But no, you can do curves.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe he's just doing that because that's his distinctful. You know, I'm not.
That's just his vision. That's his vision.
Yeah, I love it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, everything about it.
You can either use that for G.I. Joe, you can use it for any other 6-inch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's creative as hell. As hell.
And he thought about every brand damn near that he connect with.
Yeah,
and that's smart.
Yeah, because he's got shit for TMNT, for G.I. Joe, for Savage Crucible, Mythic Legions.
Now, what he can do, what Duarte can do, provided in white, where customizers could customize it to their own colors, the way they want to. And he probably does have it. I'm just speaking out loud. But I think if he does that, man, sky's the limit.
It's just crazy.
But a lot of guys should also do like molds. 3D molds or of it. That way you can do a resin version.
Yeah. He might I think it's printed. I think it's FDM print.
FDM.
I think what he had was, or maybe it's both. Maybe it's some of both.
That pagoda, I'm not pagoda, the bridge is sick.
Yeah, it doesn't come with the trees or the thing in the back or the little thing. It's just the bridge. And that's $150.
He's got some nice stuff, man.
But it's this shit isn't cheap.
No, it takes time. He's doing details in it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh wow.
$150 for a tree. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's charging $500 for this set, and it comes with only one tree.
Shit. Okay. All right.
And you know what I think it is? I think it's like the cost of making all this and the detailing because he's not just 3D printing this stuff. I mean, this stuff is like fully detailed and painted and molded.
He's selling his artistry, man. You can't hate on the artist.
Right.
The artist is putting out quality. You're paying for quality.
You're paying for his art. Right.
That's it. I don't argue with artists. When I see them, hey, this is my cost. Here's the money. I know how it feels. I'm an artist myself, so I know you guys are artists, and y'all know the deal. I want to pay for my labor, my thoughts, my techniques. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing something nice. I want to get paid for my work. Respectfully. That's fire,
dog. If you collecting the Street Fighter figures,
that shit look crazy. See, they're doing what these companies neglect to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it looks like he paints this. Like hand paints this.
That shit's crazy. That's tight.
Yeah.
Because you're not charging me $350 for something that you printed off your printer.
Yeah. Or he can paint it or I forget how you do it. I mean, like I say, he probably makes it, white, and then he does his airbrushing skills and stuff like that to hook it up. He has a system. Look at that shit, man.
Surprisingly, this is only $250.
The shred mobile. God.
Shredder, for shredder,
Yeah, 4.25.
Okay. Now the price makes sense.
Yeah, but that shit is tough. Fuck that.
Mhm.
He got some shit going on over there.
Some crates here.
Kaz, we gotta do some shit, Kaz. Man, we gotta get Kaz on some wild shit now, man. Everybody gotta,
That's about $500 worth of crates right there.
Yeah. Yo, Kaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get busy on these figure stands, man. Figure stands. I think that's what's needed, man. Like diorama style figure stands.
Yeah, yeah.
Because a lot of guys can afford this, but they can get the figure stand for certain figures and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right,
and you sell that. Like, look, that crystal throne alone, like,
yeah,
come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You get busy. And that boat they're selling and shit, the long ship, that's crazy.
If you collect Mythic Legions, bro, you have to get this.
Nice.
If you got any of them Viking figures, bro, you got to get this.
Imagine Conan going to see the wizard in the Crystal Castle.
There you go. Savage Crucible.
To save old girl in they
hard.
God damn.
That's hard as fuck.
Hell yeah. And I know you can do this shit too, Kaz, man.
Yeah.
I know your time be limited because you hustling, doing, you taking care of a whole village of people, guys.
Word.
So
I be trying. I try to do everything. I try. Shit.
Word.
Try to keep.
Yeah, I need this.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm actually, as you see, I'm gonna have to tie up some loose ends here.
Hello, lady.
Hey,
that's 7.
Yeah, look, yeah.
Wow, she grew up fast, man. It's been a while, man. Hey, hi,
7. Yeah, man.
They grow fast at that age.
Yeah.
Oh, I got something to take care of here.
Yeah, do your thing, man. I know the feeling. Trust me.
Give me a second.
All right,
I got you.
She told me after she's done. She should have told me before.
Word. Yeah, we in the thaws of fatherhood. Early.
Yeah, man. Single father with 6.
Yo, that's commendable shit, man. That's
boss move. Yeah, that's boss move.
Hell yeah. That's strength on 1,000.
On 7,000.
Indeed. Commendable, where men, we usually get trashed for that. You don't take care of your kids. There's tons of men taking care of their kids.
Hell yeah, bro.
They just don't want
I've been a single father for going on 10 years. Yeah, 10, 11 years.
Yeah, man. And they say the father is the best parent at the end of the day, as far as single fathers are concerned, single parenting is concerned. The children come out way better because they have discipline and focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're not giving I should say how can I say it? They're not giving dreams. They can chase their dreams, but they're not staying in their dreams. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're not. Yeah,
because most single mothers, they hope, they pray, and all that, but not all, but some. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely not all. It's definitely moms out there that's
putting it down,
standing on business. Incredible single mothers out there.
Yeah,
but you're just talking about as a statistic.
Yeah,
majority wise, yeah.
The fathers are the moral compass of any family. They are the moral compass. Period.
They should be. They should be.
No. I mean, for the most part, the fathers that are being fathers.
Yeah. If they're doing their job right, then that's what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, they're the moral compass of the family. Because if you notice, any father that's not there, not present, or they passed on, the family crumbles after that.
Yep.
They separate. They do, and I'm talking about it can be the old father, like he's got great grandfather status or great grandfather status. He passed away. Things start going left. You know what I'm saying? In my case, when my grandfather passed on my father's side of the family was crumbling. Like it hit after hit, man. It was crazy.
Patriarch.
Yeah, because he was the one that kept everybody in line. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't do what you wanted to do around grandpa. No. He gonna tell you, no, that's wrong right there. You know what I'm saying? And I was little enough at the time because he
hold it down.
He died 5 years after I was born. But I knew my papa. I knew my grandfather.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was in his because he was he owned a construction company. And I sat in the trucks and everything when I was little. I remember all that.
Yeah, dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's heavy, man. Sure. But yeah, man, that the Savage Crucible, they coming through though. They coming through with that fly shit, man. I've been looking.
Yeah, they're ridiculous with it now. I mean, they always were, but I know you.
I'm into
go ahead.
Egyptian warriors and Kemet warriors. Those joints, I'll be happy. I'll jump through. I'll get back on the pause. I'll get back into the 6-inch scale. In that regard, it's totally something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's totally something different, and to have like Amin Ra, you have all those guys, man. Shit, going to the Kushites, all crazy warriors. Or just invent some fantasy warriors and different. I want to see some lizard men. I want to see a whole bunch of crazy shit. Some cyclops. I want to see a whole giant cyclops and shit. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
Yeah, dog. I'm trying to pull that shit up now. They got all that shit you talking about.
Yeah. There you go, Toy Gangs. Yep. Cyclops. What? That'd be crazy. On some Jason and the Argonauts type shit.
Needs to make some bigger figures too. A Cyclops would be dope. Yeah, I mean they do have because that other company, they have like an ogre class figure that's like 10 something.
Legions, right?
Yeah. There's your Genghis or your Kublai.
Oh. Yeah, he looks tough.
Yeah, bro. Look at that shit.
Yeah. And all all the accessories. Come on, man. And that really what brings the level of the figures up. You know what I'm saying? It's the accessories, because now you can put them in different, backgrounds of different, not just only positions, but different time frames. Like, okay, this is when he's calm, he's just chilling, and then this other frame is where he's at, ready for battle or whatever.
Yeah, and it's world building.
Yeah, man. I think that's the next evolution for collectors, man. Just going hardcore and building your dioramas now. You can accumulate but so much. You know what I mean? Start building your world. Start making it look like interactive on a different level. You know what I mean?
Nah, say that again for the people, because you know what you're saying right there. It's crazy, because that's mad insightful, because I know, like, for myself, I'm to that point now where I've been collecting since like 2018 loosely, but I really kind of shifted into heavy gear around the time of the Dragonfly HasLab.
Okay.
I was already collecting classified I got the Dragonfly, and then the shit just exploded. But I'm to the point now where stuff is piling up. I have piles of stuff. I have stuff not displayed, And I never wanted to be, because I always heard about, I got bins and bins of shit. I don't want bins of shit.
Yeah.
I don't want shit I can't see.
Exactly.
I'm not an investor. Like, I don't think this is going to be my retirement. I don't need bins of toys. Right. This is for display purposes. This is my own cool shit that I like to look at. And so if I can't display it, for me personally, honestly, I'm still not evolved to that point where I'm ready to just start putting stuff in boxes and be cool with that. Like, and your point being, instead of just buying more and more shit and trying to buy every figure of every wave, cherry pick, buy the ones that are just really amazing, but start buying diorama pieces instead of figures. Right? Yeah.
Make, curate your collection. Build
your shit look dope.
Yeah, like a museum. When you go into the like here in New York, you got the Museum of Natural History. I forget the name of it. It's all, they got so many. They got the MoMA and all this other shit. But when you go in there, it's a scene.
Right.
It's like giant figurines, but a scene. Like you can understand it. Now, a person who don't know G.I. Joe or Transformers or things like that, they're just coming into your man cave or wherever you have your figures, and they just see them standing there, everything in a row. It's like, oh, you collect figures, okay? But then you go in and there's a scene. Whoa, what's going on here? Then you can explain. Well, this is this episode in this story where Cobra Commander had these replicants and stuff like this, some wild stuff, and you can tell people this, and they're like, oh, okay. So I see why you do it. I see why you collect. Not just hoarding. I can see your vision for what you want. I can see it. And it's always a discussion piece, because that's what you want people to do when they see. You don't want to see people like come in your shit like, oh, this guy just has toys everywhere. He just no reason.
Yeah, because it wasn't about that for me. Like, and no shade to anybody who just collects a bunch of vintage toys, just has a box of toys, and that's your thing. For me, it is very much the alternative, because honestly, if I was rich enough, I would have tons of those $3,000 statues everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not. I don't have that kind of money, so I can't spend $3,000. I can spend 30.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get spending $3,000 on a statue. I don't get it, because I guess I don't make enough money, because I wouldn't be able to just buy one, because I would get so sick of it so quick. And that's another reason I do figures, because this for me is an addiction.
Yeah.
It's feeding some dopamine. I know it is, because when I get the figure, it's like exciting, and it's like, oh shit, and I put it on the shelf and look at it for a little bit. I need another hit. I need another hit.
Yeah,
I need another hit.
Less can be more. Less can definitely be more, bro, because we accumulate just and the truth be told, we're all getting older. I'm 51, just turned 51. Damn, it's wild. But you start thinking differently. Like, okay, I have, and I got a 1-year-old, right? So I'm on another stage with my wife. So do I allocate a lot of money towards keep buying and buying and buying, or I'll use it on my family? The extra money that I do have to buy stuff, I'm in my mind, I'm like, I really want to use this on my son, and my other boys. Because I have everything really that I had when I was a kid and more. So I accomplished what I needed to accomplish. Yeah, there's some holy grails out there, but those things are in the wild numbers right now. So it's like, all right, I'm cool. I got my pterodome, right? So I'm good. I'm good. That was my grail. Even though the flag was cool, but the flag is like, it's huge. But at the same time,
I don't need it.
I had the room.
Yeah,
I will have it already. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're looking into a bigger house now. So I can finagle a way to house all my stuff away from the main house type deal. That way I can build that world. Now I can really get into it, have the super direct, like Destro Dungeon. You see what Destro Dungeon did with his stuff? Like, yo, he's no joke with it. You know what I'm saying? And he's like a guy that I look up to in the community as far as how he he's focused. He curates. He keeps a focus going. And I'm like, yo, that's what I need to do. And my big bro does it too.
It's a display, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was for me. That's what it is, right? That's what it is for me. It's about a display. So you just nailed it, bro. You hit it on the head because I when you're in it, it's almost like you don't think, but you're out of it because you sold all your classified, you just bought your vintage, you collected your O-rings, and you're good.
Yeah.
And like when you're in the midst of it though, bro, you can't really sometimes see what you should be doing because there's FOMO, which is real, and then there's all this, and there's so much great stuff now. It's not like even 5 years ago, dude. Even now, like
shit out there, man.
But
go continue. I'm sorry.
No. My point, just being that trying to decide on what to get and stuff, and I see these diorama pieces, right? I see these diorama pieces, and I think like, damn, it's expensive. Like I think how many figures I could get for that wall. You know what I'm saying? How many figures can I get for that tree?
Yeah.
But now what you just said, fuck another figure, get the fucking tree.
Yeah.
Make the figures you have work and do what they were meant to do before you have a overflow full of shit that you can't display, and your shit just ends up looking like the 40-year-old virgin's house.
Yeah. So let me show you something real quick because I had never had time to do this, but I started to get back into it real quick.
Been the primary toy buyer like today, so there's so much great shit to choose from. It's difficult to say no. Exactly. Like it was kids before, and now they're really making shit for us, and it's like, oh shit.
So now I gotta get busy. You understand what I'm saying?
You fall down that hole and it's over.
So this is a piece that I'm working on.
And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, dog. Hang on, let me get you on the big screen.
This is gonna be the bottom or what have you.
Yes.
I'm getting into it. I'm like, why can't I do it? I can do this.
Right.
I mean, I did stuff like this in school, so let me start building it. Let me start getting busy. So this is what I'm getting into since we talking dioramas and stuff. I mean, I'm nice with the airbrush. I've been tagging walls up since 85. So, so I'm good with
the
spray airbrush and stuff.
There was an era in like 2008, right, or whatever, right? Probably 10 years before I was back in the comics, 10 years before I was collecting figures or any of that. But I went through this weird little phase where Star Wars, the vintage collection type looking little fully detailed little figures started coming out. And I just saw them in the store and I was just like, oh shit. And I fucking started buying them. And I must have had like 50 of them. And I had this old school big screen TV with real fat, like big fat cabinet thing. And on the top of it, I poured sand on like this glue and put little boulders and shit. And I had these scenes with all these little Jedis and all these warrior droids and like Sith and dudes, like whole little scene. It was the most like fun I ever had building that shit. And it looked incredible. Sad what happened to it, but then I just then life went on and I never thought of it again. 10 years later, I started reading comics again. Probably about 3-4 years after that, I started collecting figures again. And I've been doing this, like I said, since 2020. But I really started buying Marvel Legends in like 2017. 2018.
Yeah.
But
man.
It's a fun hobby, and I don't want to get to the point where it's annoying and it's despising, and I'm starting to get annoyed with figures piled up here and boxes of figures over there that I can't display, and it it sucks. So I think you just gave me the answer. Instead of buying more figures, I need to start buying some shelf setup, some diorama pieces.
Nice diorama pieces, or make your own, man. Home Depot.
That's what it really is, dog. Because honestly, like you, I'm artistic, and and like I said, it reminds me of building a train. You remember them giant train sets with the big plywood, and they would have the big foam. My grandfather just went through a phase where he made them shits, and he was building them shits, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah. And all you got to do is go to the hobby shops and buy all that shit, the foam, the paint, the little lechin, the little trees and shit, and you can make some wild shit, bro. And I don't personally, you know, if you can build that stuff and sell it, that's a great hustle too.
Oh yeah,
you know?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
For me,
I don't knock anybody who creates and sells, because I mean, your artistry, you should be able to share your artistry and sell and live off your artistry. That's
making money at your art is everything.
Yeah, because why you look like me? I'm in the designing industry, in the fashion industry, and stuff like that, right? I have made companies millions of dollars. It's time for me. You know what I'm saying? I made money now. Don't get me wrong. Right. I made money, but not their type of money.
Nah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, now I'm getting older and my sons are getting into it. Like my oldest son, he's into it. So it's time to fuel him. I'll make him a millionaire.
Right.
Easy. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's what we're into now. We're in the thralls of that. Because I want them to be successful. So I'm having fun now more so because now I can teach and I can just show some skills that, you know, so that's what I'm into. So now being older, and we talked about these older guys that had the little army, the army guys they used to paint, and then you got the train sets and stuff. We are those guys now.
Right. We are
the old guys.
Yeah.
With the train sets and stuff like that, but it's action figures and, you know, cool vehicles and shit, different size scales. So it's like, yo, we see what we used to say, oh, these old guys doing it. No, we're the guys now. And,
exactly.
And it's fun. Now we understand what those guys are doing. And it kept them sane. Because,
because like when they were kids, we had G.I. Joe, we had action figures, we had Thundercats, whatever. They had train sets, they had little green army men, they had miniatures. That was their shit. So they're not doing no different than us.
None.
That's we're the same, doing the same shit.
Yeah. And then, you know, and it kept them sane. So whenever life they had to work, they had to raise kids, they had to do all this stuff. And you know, their time was going down tinkering with their toys and their trains.
Right.
And nobody bothered them because that's their time. Because if you interrupt them, it's gonna hold problem for the whole house. Let that man be down there doing what he does, and he'll come up happier.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
Let the man go to his cave for a while.
Yeah.
And when he come back,
just his mind.
It's all good.
I say depress because people use words differently. I say if you're under pressure, you need to depress. You know, get the pressure out of you. So
whole towns in their basement. I remember that.
Yeah, man. Yo, it was
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice. Hell yeah.
That's what that was.
Mr. Rogers, B.
That's Beetlejuice was showing that, like what we grew up with. That's what Beetlejuice was showing. That shit, Mr. Rogers, all that.
Mr. Rogers. When I used to see Mr. Rogers,
the little train,
just like that.
Hey, gents, I got to skate. I got somewhere I got to be at 10 o'clock.
Oh yes, sir.
Oh shit. All right, y'all. This is what it is. Now we heading over there with you, bro. So thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight, guys.
That was wild.
Hey.
Transition is wild fast.
It's like 9:56. We got like 4 minutes before the after party, y'all. Late.
Toy show.
Hey, I want to thank everybody though, man. Yes, though. I want to thank everybody for hanging out, man, and kicking it. And we said most towns had train shows. Now it's toy shows. Yeah. Conventions and all that. Yep.
Shout out to
that's
Toy,
a fact, dog.
Toy Games and his crew out there, you know,
killing it, bro.
Yeah.
The Mega Powers. Killing it.
Master Gray Wookie.
Word.
In the chat, man, for real.
Thank you, everybody, guys. Yeah, man.
Y'all have a safe holiday tomorrow.
Happy 4th. And we'll see you guys in like 10 minutes.
It's hot as shit. Fireworks. Be careful.
Follow us over to Kaz. Follow us over to Kaz channel at Casual Toy Collector. We going over there to kick it. But if you did like this video and you like hanging out with us, man, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You know what I'm saying? If you came to the channel, if it's your first time here, we welcome you. And yeah, man. So we'll see you guys later, man. Ring that bell. I'm Reno the Plastic Crack Fiend. This is Raw Talk. This is the Casual Toy Collector. This has been the Toy Trap. Where collecting ain't a hobby no more. It's a habit. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And don't forget.
Be water, my friend.
Collecting ain't a hobby no more. It's a habit. Welcome to the Toy Trap feed. Gotta have it. Reno is